High School Sports Live, in partnership with ABC 27 News, is proud to present the Mid-Penn Basketball Championships, featuring the Central Dauphin Lady champions of the Commonwealth Conference, the Central Dauphin Rams, and the returning Mid-Penn champs, the Trinity Lady Shamrocks, 16-4 champions of the Capital Conference. Tonight's broadcast is presented by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, Hopman Ford, and the Giant A-Plus Rewards Program. And tonight, and all season long, we would like to pay special tribute to Greg Mace, who passed away recently. Not only was he a legend in South Central PA for his sports journalism and broadcasting, but High School Sports Live owes its very existence to Greg Mace. Greg partnered with Charlie Fortney to put high school sports on live TV. To the Mace family, we send our condolences and vow as a program to honor Greg by doing 2 great championship games here tonight. And thanks to Greg for putting High School Sports Live on TV. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton, and welcome tonight to Milton Hershey High School for the Mid-Penn Championships, the first of 2 tonight, the Girls Championships. And we start with the defending champion of the Mid-Penn, Trinity High School, the Lady Shamrocks. And Ava Stevenson is the one we're looking at tonight. This girl can fill it up in a hurry, Jeff Thompson. Tell us all about it.
Well, she reminds me of Amy Dilk, who plays at the University of Michigan. She's 6 foot tall, and she can throw it from long range. But what impressed me in the semifinal game was the defense that she played. She really did a good job. And she'll get a little help from big Lauren Trumpy, who's only a sophomore.
An average of 10.5 points a game. This is a team that doesn't shoot the 3 a ton, but they shoot enough to keep you honest. As we said, Stevenson's one you got to keep an eye out on the floor. On the other side, we got Central Dauphin coming to this one tonight, Todd. And when you talk about that, Maddie LaFrance really gets it done.
Yeah, she's 12.3 points a game. She can shoot and nail it from outside. But what I like about what she does, she can mix it up a little bit inside too. But this is the hottest team in girls basketball. They've won 13 straight, 22-1. They are a tough draw for anyone right now, and they're already playing state caliber basketball right now.
So you've got the defending champ here tonight, and you've got the Commonwealth champion. You got 2 teams here that are ready to get it on, and we're going to do the same thing. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hopman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hopman has it.
Hopman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hopman has it.
Advanced Hoops is offering fall intensity classes, and we're excited because we have a lot of cutting-edge drills that we're adding to the training format this year. They're going to help players get ready for the season.
What you're going to see is a triangle dribbling series in which I'm going to be going through 3 cones. I'm starting at the top, double crossover between the legs, and then speed dribble. The cones are closely together because you're going to work on footwork and combination drills all at the same time. The second drill, as you're going to see, we're going to go a crossover and then behind the back, staying low, focusing on staying low, and acceleration after the second cone.
This next drill you're going to see is our defensive alternating hands drill, which allows the players to move from side to side while switching hands with a cone, which in a game will simulate you're switching hands to hands and also opening up and changing direction for help side defense.
Every class is going to feature ladder drills. It's the best way to get your feet quicker. Check it out.
The next drill we're going to do is the advanced miking drill. This works on alternating hands on each side of the basket, layups using both feet, both hands, and then also practices the comfort level with the reverse layups on each side. The fall intensity program is going to be awesome. As you can see, there's a lot of cutting edge drills that our coaches are excited to teach. It ranges from ball handling drills to strength, upper, lower body explosion drills, working on layups with opposite hands, You name it, we're going to do it this fall, and we're going to prepare the kids for the season. Kids that do our 10-week fall program, Fall Intensity will have an advantage. Sign up today.
It is the girls' Big Ten championship game. How about the Big Two tonight for the Mid-Penn championship? And Trinity, the defending champions, control the tap. Moore with the basketball. And a three from the corner immediately. And burying that three for Trinity is downtown Braley Federoff with his first three of the night.
Yeah, Federoff off of Moore's penetration. You'll see that all night tonight.
It's a hard drive to the basket. Trumpy's going to get called for the foul off the good move by Marley Dickerson. Marley Dickerson in there tonight because Hallie Lackner is out of there with a bad ankle.
And she has come in and played well as a sophomore. Gave great minutes the other evening. Very athletic. Talking to Coach G about her. She is going to make things happen. She's a physical player as a sophomore. Doesn't quite play like a sophomore.
So she misses her first, makes the second, and Central Dauphin on the board. They're the champions of the Commonwealth Division. Trumpy at the foul line, nice stroke short. Picked up by Central Dauphin. And right away, a three going in the other end. Not going to go off the hands of Maddie LaFrance, and Trinity controls it.
70% of LaFrance's scoring has been from the three-point line, so she will put it up. CD will look to push tonight.
Man-to-man defense by CD. Quickly back to Trumpy. Back outside for the three. And yep, when she gets her hands on it, she's going to knock it down every time. Braley Federoff with 2 threes tonight. That's her 20th and 21st of the season.
She makes it look easy, Gary, coming off her hand.
Look like a layup from there. Maybe it's a Federoff layup. The officials tonight, Frank Hancock, Gary Dwyer, and John Seahack, rather. And like the players, they are championship officials. There's your first steal of the evening. Quickly on the other end, Izzy Vogel, and slapped away. Out of bounds. Jalen Moore getting back very quickly on defense.
Well, Jalen's very quick, and she made the mistake, but she recovered well. So that's what you want to see. Coaches will talk about that. Jalen knew she made a bad pass, but she got back on defense. Give her credit.
Jeff Thompson roaming the sidelines tonight. We'll be checking in with him in a moment. There's off a nice screen. Will not go. Offensive rebound. Audrey Weigel. Weigel with a good pass. Not going to go. Kept alive by Caroline Shirey and taken back by the Shamrocks.
A lot of good hustle already tonight. This is a championship game.
Jalen Moore handling the basketball for the Shamrocks. 16-4 on the season. Champions of the Capital Division of the Mid-Penn. There goes Moore. And she can take it to the rack. Not going to go this time off the hands. Looks like Central Dauphin out of bounds. No. It will be Central Dauphin's ball out of bounds.
I think the pace of the game right now is very quick, Gary, and we have a tendency to see that. Let's go right here again and see if this is a 3-2 or 1-3-1 extended kind of matchup.
It looks to be like a...
They might be staying man, but I really feel like they're matching up out of that a little bit where the guards on the top are switching.
Yeah, they're talking a little bit, but inside it goes. Someone didn't pick up their person, and Audrey Weigel makes them pay for it. So 6-3, Trinity with a quick lead here, trading threes for twos. Inside it goes, over to Trumpy. Trumpy was hurt earlier in the season. Outstanding young sophomore.
Yeah, I'm glad she come back. And tonight we got a great matchup inside with two bigs that are definitely touted as Division I prospects.
Good job of getting it in. Rebound goes to Trumpy. Trumpy tries to half hook it, will not go. Pulled down by Audrey Weigel. Trinity looks like they're trying to get back down the floor quickly. On the other hand, Central Dauphin just kind of gliding down. They're not really in a big hurry.
Right, they come down with a purpose. They have a kind of a secondary break under Coach G's team.
Nice stroke. Long court pass across court. Izzy Vogel cashes in the 10-footer. The matchup, if that's what they're playing so far, the last 2 times down, they've left a person open both times. In the matchup, everybody's got to be responsible for a person, not space.
I would agree. So it might be a softer man-to-man.
Jalen Moore with the fake. Trumpy baseline. Nice pass for Moore, and Trumpy will cash it in for 2. Trumpy with her first deuce of the night.
Happy to see Trumpy out there in this championship game. She was hurt in that McDevitt game that we had earlier. 10.6 a game. She is definitely a nice touch around that glass.
I think it's just a sagging man-to-man as the steps will be called against Caroline Shirey. Just sagging way back and not putting a lot of pressure on the ball. Kind of an odd-looking defense.
It is, and it was decisive at first. I recognized it and looked at it and identified it as a zone, but you're right.
Looked like a 1-3 at a chaser for a little while there, but each team with 1 turnover here in the early going. Jim Gallagher, our stat guy tonight. And the ball's tipped out of bounds. We'll stay with the Shamrocks.
I like what CD does. They've won 13 straight. They do it on defense first. They get out in the lanes. They've got their hands in the lane well tonight.
Both these teams average at 52 points a game. 88 threes for Trinity, 95 for CD. 58% free throw shooting for Trinity. On the other side, 53 for CD. Good cut off the weak side, but taken away from Jalen Moore and picked up by Caroline Shirey.
Shirey, physical inside. Really, when she pulls a board down, you know it.
Nice screen by Shirey. Then the kick out of the corner and burying it. For the deuce.
It was Marley Dickerson, but I didn't know if that was 2, I guess.
Dickerson with 3 points of the game now. Running along the baseline for the shot will be Ava Stevenson, who has yet to score here tonight.
Ava, who is definitely their leading scorer at Trinity to make things happen. She has 259 points on the year.
Izzy Vogel picks up her first team foul as Stevenson goes to the line. Stevenson on the season, a 68% free throw shooter, which is 10 points higher than her team. Stevenson second one up and good.
Nice rotation, good follow through. Look good there.
So you have a pressure on the ball and everybody else kind of shading toward the middle. Good ball fake. Marley Dickinson looked it over there for a moment.
I'm sorry, but the more I'm looking at it, it's a box and one on Maddie LaFrance. Let's keep a look on it because they're playing zone principles to 4.
Well, how about that? Maddie LaFrance says, I don't care what it is, I can still make the 3. The junior buries it off a beautiful screen outside.
And that's how you do it, Gary. You want to play me box? You want to put somebody in my face? I'll still shoot it.
Looks like almost like instead of 1-3 and a chaser, or if you won, it's
right.
Junk. I mean, it's junk. We're 4 plays zone and 1 plays on the ball.
Exactly.
Or 1 on the designated person. In this case, Maddie LaFrance. 2 new players into the game now. Number 10, Megan Cavoli, a sophomore for CD, and Amelia Green, another sophomore. So Randy Gamberlungi getting his team experience here in this championship game. Ooh, a little extra step there, maybe by Trumpy. Good hard man-to-man defense by the Rams. Trumpy's open inside. She's got a mismatch. Little turnaround. Beautiful play by Trumpy. She faked baseline and came back to the middle.
That's her patented move. It's Trumpy, beautiful soft touch in there. And if you're watching at home, that's a fundamental move from a big inside.
Quickly played first quarter here so far. We have Jeff Thompson on witness protection. We'll get him in a moment. CD very patient. Used a lot of screen on the top. Trying to throw it back outside. Finally get it back out. Another look. The bank's open. Maddie LaFrance with a 3 with the bank shot and a timeout on the court. 1:55 to go in the first quarter. Central Dauphin leads it 13-12.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Welcome back to Milton Hershey High School. By the way, that was Audrey Weigel hit that last three. She has 5 points in the game. Let's go to Jeff Thompson. Jeff?
Well, this game right now is dominated by the two seniors who are starting. Audrey Weigel has 5 points. She's a senior for Central Dauphin. And Braylee Federhoff started the game off with a couple nice threes from range. Central Dauphin looks very physical. I just want to comment, Ava Stevenson did a really nice job on Galliard, Talia Galliard from Mechanicsburg, and she's trying to do the same thing on Maddie LaFrance tonight.
Got her hands full with LaFrance. So we'll see. LaFrance with a really tough three a moment ago. Inside it comes, double team, back to the top. Weigel again, this time nothing but bank.
Came up a little short there. I mean, good shot, it was open.
And you get a tip out of bounds. It's good pressure in the backcourt by Central Dauphin, and they came out of that timeout very, very aggressive and very, very full court.
Well, they got the momentum, and you know, Coach G told them probably in that huddle, listen, come out strong, keep being physical. You can out-physical this team, believe it or not.
Randy Gamberlungi and Christy Britton, the two coaches tonight, two of the best in the Mid-Penn.
No doubt about it.
Here's a quick one. Maybe a little too quick as Jalen Moore will pull down the rebound for Trinity. And Trinity's running every single time. They're trying to beat that defense back down in transition. And so far they've been able to do it. But here's a walk called against Katie Sager, who's into the game.
That was just good pressure out of Central Dauphin.
There is no question that Trinity is trying to win the transition game, offense versus defense, against Central Dauphin. That's turnover number 5 now against Trinity.
And see, that's too many already in a playoff game. Limit your turnovers.
Giving away possessions. Central Dauphin is ever so patient getting what they want, and there's a walk, however. Marley Dickerson dragged that back foot.
Look at currently on the forward. Dickerson being a sophomore, Amelia Green in there as a sophomore. The big inside Caroline is a sophomore. You know, Vogel only a junior. Man, Central Dauphin's young.
You've got Cavoli in there. It's a sophomore as well. So sophomores everywhere you look.
And they're giving great minutes right now off that CD bench.
See CD, they're guarding that middle very, very well. Not a whole lot of room to drive. And just as I say that, Ava Stevenson says, I see a little sliver.
And that's the best part of Stevenson's game. Many people think it's the three-point threat. I think it's getting to the basket and roughing up and then going to the line.
Stevenson heading to the line for 2. That's where she has her only 2 so far tonight. She's a 68% free throw shooter as the foul against Audrey Weigel. That's her first. And Stevenson misses this one.
It's 2 for 3 on the night. I mean, those are free throws in close games like this. Man, you need them to count.
Audrey Weigel, her first, team third, as Stevenson gets another look here and knocks this one down. Looked like it was nothing to it, right? 3 out of 4 for Stevenson. She's got 3 of the game. 33 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I love her rotation at the foul line. Ball comes off really nice. Ava's a nice player, very special player.
Trinity's picking up their defense just a little bit here too as well.
I could tell in the intensity for Coach Britton in the huddle during that timeout that she's like, hey, listen, you got to match their physical play if you're going to win a championship here.
But Caroline Shirey, the matchup against Trumpy in there, those two bigs. Shirey going about 6'3" or 4", and Trumpy right there with her. And Trumpy blocks the shot. Just we were talking about that matchup.
It's those long arms of Trump. If Shirey can use one pump fake, she might be better off.
5 seconds. I don't think they know where the clock is right here. Stevenson, she knows where it is. Stevenson lets it go at the top of the key. Not going to go. 13-13. We're at the end of 1. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Coming up during the break, a special look at the Capital Regions Insurance Agency featuring Warren Stump.
My father years ago told me, own your own business. That was my inspiration. And February 1st of 1996, we opened up as Capital Region Insurance Agency.
Throughout my entire life, seeing my dad have successful, my dad's legacy, helping the surrounding communities, businesses, and families.
We try to wow our customers, let them know that we are here for them. If they can't get into our office, we would take the time and go visit them. This really differentiates ourselves from the 1-800 who do you get? Whether it's financial services auto, home, life, commercial. We hold their hands, bring them through the process. We let them understand that we know what we're doing, and they feel comfortable when they leave here.
I think it makes it more personal and more family-oriented, definitely more of a friendly environment.
What I'm most proud of is the hard work, and it's enabled me to ensure clients, to provide protection for them, to let them sleep well at night.
Welcome back to Milton Hershey. Well, we started 0-0. We're at the second quarter, 13-13. Let's check in with Jeff Thompson. Jeff?
Well, I mentioned earlier that Ava Stevenson, the commit to William and Mary, was guarding Maddie LaFrance. But on the other end, Audrey Weigel, who's going to Lock Haven, is doing a pretty nice job on Ava Stevenson, too.
Maddie France with a little double rub there, coming off the elbow and then coming back up off it, but not able to get that one to fall.
Nice little set there. I mean, a really nice set.
Haven't seen that play in a while. A little double rub. You go off the screen down and then you come back up off it again.
I tell you, look at the ball pressure out.
I'm telling you what, CD has just turned up the heat.
Out of every huddle, there's just an extra push.
Back to Trumpy. Trumpy going to go hard. The basket is knocked away at the last second by Caroline Shirey and forces the turnover.
One thing about Trumpy is she's solid with that one move or that little soft semi-hook. It's when she has to put it on the floor it gets dangerous.
First quarter, 2 of 8 for Trinity, 3 of 7 for CD. 2 of 3 for the three-point line for Trinity. 2 of 6 for CD. I think that 2 of 7 now. 3 of 4 for the foul line for Trinity. Another block shot. This one by Trumpy. Stevenson back on the other end fast. The big number so far, turnovers, 5 for Trinity, 2 for Central Dauphin. Central Dauphin is just harassing. And there you see, great pass underneath to Trumpy, and the foul will be called against Megan Cavoli.
I feel like that's such a part of this offense is find her. Look at they find her. And good things are going to happen when the ball goes in Trumpy's hands. If they do block it, it's probably a foul from the back, and that's what it was. Good hustle, though.
Wonderful look that time off the hands of Jocelyn Dorsey to find Trumpy down there, who misses her first free throw. Trumpy on the season, a 77% free throw shooter. But not yet tonight. This one's up, that one good. 5 points for the sophomore.
Came back and got that one. That was an important one.
14-13 for Trinity. Inside it comes and stolen away again by Trumpy from the backside.
I'm not so sure if going into the sophomore, forcing in the green inside is probably your best move right there on that offensive set.
You know, it's so important for a passer not just to read where the person is the front side, but the backside person. You can't throw it into a crowd.
Right, and they had backside help, and they have Trumpy in there.
Oh, look at Trumpy. She's really extended herself, but ball is going to be out of bounds. And they're saying it's a tip. None of the 3 officials agree. Jeff Thompson is right in front of you.
It's been very physical down here in the post. You guys probably might not see that TV, but they are banging each other really hard.
I would agree. I can tell just the push and the shoving going on a little bit. And the refs are letting them play, which is great. It's a championship game.
Championship game. Shirey going up against Trumpy there. Over the top they go again. And you can tell Randy Gamberlungi wants the ball inside constantly as the foul will be called against Dorsey. That'll be her first for Trinity.
Isn't that amazing that tonight CD is saying we're still going to do what we do even with Trumpy in there in that size. We're still going to go high-low, and it's effective because they're getting the foul line.
Now, what happens, too, is you go high-low. Now you suck everybody in, and now you open up your three-point shooter outside LaFrance.
Yeah.
First shot up and no good from Audrey Weigel. She's got 5 in the game so far. Weigel, a 50% free throw shooter for the season, and that's what she is tonight. She cashes in her 6th point, and we're tie again. You watch the move there by Jocelyn Dorsey. I think one of the things that high school players do sometimes, they let their body go up before their eyes do. If the eyes go up first, the body follows and locates. She went up first with her body, and her eyes located late.
You need to gather yourself. Take a second or two. Just a one Mississippi thought in your mind. Feel where the defense is.
Look at Trumpy. Hey, wow. A three-point shooter, too. She's doing it all. Lauren Trumpy, 8 points in the game.
It's a big shot for Trumpy, showing, again, that even a sophomore, she's going to be able to play at a high level, Division I. She can step out there, too, like a Euro guard. It's nice.
That was her second 3 of the year. Along the baseline it goes. Not going to happen. Offensive rebound stuck back up by Weigel, not going to go, and Trinity dodges it and heads down the other direction. Long look from Stevenson, maybe a little too quick that time. Didn't look like she had her feet set.
You were right. I mean, that's a shot you'll see Ava take a lot. It's just, this is a big game. Every possession being important, being a 2-point game, maybe a better shot there, but if it goes in, we're not even talking about it, are we? We're like, hey, great shot.
Yeah, exactly right. Dorsey picks up her second foul for Trinity. CD's got it back. They're down by 2. 5:28 to go to the half. Our Jack T. and Balvo halftime report will come up with our Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T halftime stats. Members first, halftime highlights, all kinds of things going on. Underneath it goes again, and they are really intent on putting it down there, but so far Weigel not able to put it home.
Yeah, she hasn't come through on that yet. I don't know,
There's Trumpy again with the half hook. Trumpy all over the floor, diving on it, and the two bigs get after it. Shirey and Trumpy helping each other up. Well, there's a lot of respect there tonight in the post, and I know, Jeff, you're watching that post play there. It's really a battle.
Oh, I love that. Carolyn Shirey just laid out for that ball. And she laid out so badly, Lauren had to just say, I got to get out of the way.
No room to go. Moore. Stevenson being guarded like a rug by Izzy Vogel. And Stevenson says, I think I can find it. Yes, she does. And Stevenson kind of withers her way through there to get her first bucket of the night. She's got 3 foul shots to go with it for 5 points. Back up by 4 now goes Trinity. I think that might be the largest lead in the game so far. This has been closely played. LaFrance does not go. Rebound by Trinity.
If you're Central Dauphin, that's something you make an adjustment at halftime. You're like, hey, there's a better shot within the flow of our offense.
Anne-Marie Spieler with that rebound. Coming in and out of the trees. Spieler only a 5'5" guard.
Nice pass inside.
Good fake to the baseline. Wonderful play by Spieler, who gets the defensive play on one end and then the offensive play on the other.
She got great position. We saw her do this in the Bishop McDevitt game. She came on strong late. Good move.
Trinity here defending their Mid-Penn championship from last year. Look at Moore playing a good piece of defense as well. Shot from the corner. Buried it. Made that extra pass, and Audrey Weigel will hook up for the corner for, I believe, a deuce.
Weigel will have 9 points on the, and she didn't even get a good release off that. She had to force shoot it quicker, and it still made it.
Actually, 8 points now for Weigel. She gets that one free throw, and then a good pass. Jalen Moore, we saw her the last time. Thought maybe she was a little out of control sometimes. Tonight, she's playing very much under control and controlling the offense and distributing the basketball.
Definitely. I talked to Coach G, the opposing coach, Central Dauphin, and he said, things go through her, and that's true.
First foul will be on Shirey. Out of the game goes Stevenson. In for her is Katie Sager, as the first shot is up and no good. And shows the second shot from Spieler, who's only a 33% free throw shooter. 3 out of 8 for the free throw line so far for Trinity. That's not going to win you a lot of championships. And the screen set out top. It's going to be a moving screen called against Shirey, so that'll be her second. Todd, one of the problems you have when you're a big player is when you're out there on your own and you're setting the screen, the officials are going to see you move on that screen a lot quicker than they are maybe on a guard.
They'll let guards hand check a little bit and do things, but a big girl steps one way and they pick the foul up quick, and that's going to hurt having her on the bench right now.
Let's check in with Jeff Thompson. Jeff?
Well, and that's a point of emphasis this year in officiating. They're going to catch that illegal screen.
Well, it got tested there, and Shirey with 2 fouls. So Shirey out of the game. Chance for Trumpy to make some hay. I love what Moore is doing controlling this offense for Trinity.
She is. She's just a floor general right now and playing one of her best games I've seen her play in a while. Just her focus is laser focus right now. And that's helping Trinity with this little lead, this 4-point lead.
We saw her earlier in the season when they played Bishop McDevitt, and she really tried to force a lot of drives. She's not doing that at all tonight. She's taking the baseline, which is what they're giving her, and then dishing inside. But look at this defense by Central Dauphin, and the steal. And then the take back by Trinity. No, they kick it out of bounds, so it'll belong to the Rams underneath.
Green got a little excited. Maybe just pull up your dribble and hold it for a second until your team gets there, till the cavalry comes with you. She got lucky to avoid a turnover there.
That's what will happen when sophomores become juniors.
That's right.
It's amazing the little subtle things you learn in a year, isn't it?
Oh, just maturity. The game of basketball maturity is different than age maturity.
Sophomore says, oh, I can make a little move in the basket. How about that? I'll make up for it. She gets a deuce. Amelia Green.
Look what she did. She said, hey, I heard you guys, but look what I can do. I can score too.
I'm still a sophomore, but I'm going to play like a junior on this one.
Good for her.
Got to watch the push here if you're more. 5-second call. Wow. I don't know. A no call there? I mean, physical's one thing, but that was a little tough.
That was, and I understand why Moore was upset there on that one. She's like, how in the world do I land all the way out of bounds? And no foul call.
And Christy Britton gets her out of there. That is a 9th turnover now for Trinity, only 3 for CD on the other hand.
Here's a chance to take the lead. How about big possession here?
Tell you what, LaFrance is being guarded hard by Katie Sager.
They got that chaser on her. They're bringing different people in on her. Look at this.
I'll tell you what, Weigel showing you a lot tonight. Weigel now with 10 points in the game. First one to get to double figures.
Weigel's, wow, what a nice play out of her.
We're locked up again here, 2020. Rebound Stevenson, another little push. Officials are letting them play.
It is rough. It is physical out there right now.
That was a bang play. How about this one? No. LaFrance can't get that one go.
LaFrance is allowed to take it from anywhere.
Here's Trinity beating the trap. You got some numbers on the other end. They're going to pull up and get a good possession. Here's Trumpy. Back into Trumpy. She reestablishes. And Trumpy with that turnaround. What a great move to reestablish that time, Todd.
Unbelievable just to have, as a sophomore, to have that whereabouts to do that. That's a collegiate level play right there she just made.
Trumpy to the other end. She has 10 points. 22-20. The Shamrocks lead it. Over the top it goes. Got Weigel underneath again. Wonderful defense, though, and trying to deny her by Anne-Marie Spieler, who's playing a great defensive game so far tonight.
She is.
Check it with Jeffrey Thompson. Jeff?
Well, we were just talking about the postman for Trinity, postwoman for Trinity, Lauren Trumpy. She has an excellent touch, is what really impresses me, and she's getting banged all over the court.
Well, the other thing is Shire's out of the game now, so the girl she was going to get. What a backdoor. What a great backdoor. And cashing it in is Izzy Vogel for 2. She's got 4 in the game. 5th tie of the game now between these two. Isn't this what you expect in a championship game?
Totally.
And Christy Britton says, hey, I see number 11's not in there, Shire. We're going to go feed Trumpy regularly.
And that's why I was like, how long will Coach G, will he try to ride this? Well, it's 48 seconds. He'll ride it out. But what I liked in that play down here, Coach G will get you from all other angles. Beautiful executed back door. Very fundamental. That's why they've won 13 straight.
And what set it up was the ball fake.
Yes.
And the defender bought it and then just an easy back door for a layup. Here's Trumpy back at the line. She's 1 of 2 there tonight. Second foul, by the way, on Shire. So those fouls becoming important now. Shire with 2. And you also have Audrey Weigel with 2, who just picked up her second. 11 points in the game for Trumpy. 48.5 seconds to go. You got a Jack Giambavo halftime report coming up, and I'll tell you what, Trumpy has come to play. 12 points for her. Central Dauphin down by 2. Corner, LaFrance, cold again. Take it out of there. Hustling like crazy off the feet. Everybody on the floor. Trumpy gets down there eventually. And it's a jump ball. And who will it belong to, as there's no light over there? I think it belongs to Central Dauphin.
Yeah, it's going to go CD ball. Look at this. Up 2 with 36 seconds and the ball now. What a benefit right now from that loose ball hustle.
You see how these two teams got here tonight.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Championship quality team, doesn't matter what division you're in.
They are gold medal style teams right here we're watching.
LaFrance has got to get going a little bit. She hit that 1-3, and since then she's been cold, and there's a tough shot.
Forced a shot there.
They didn't need to do that. Long pass, Stevenson trying to get to it. And I said Stevenson, and I meant Anne-Marie Spieler, who got down there. So it's off Central Dauphin. 12.1 seconds to go. Sager inbounds it. They were trying to get Stevenson. Yanked down by Vogel. 4 seconds to go. Vogel lets it go. Not going to have it. Trinity has it. And that's going to be it. 24 to 22 at the half. Almost made it 27-22, but not going to go. We're at the half. We have the Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up with the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T halftime stats. Our members' first half highlights, and right now, we are going to be back with our Jack Giambalvo halftime report, but a special interview first with big star from Raw Sports and Team PA's John Polly.
Hey, what's the deal? It's your boy Big Star Raw Sports here, my guy John Polly. And listen, as time winds down, the season's coming to a close, got to maximize every opportunity to let people know about the Team Pennsylvania AAU tryouts, man. So if you can, let the people know when the tryouts are.
They're coming up next weekend, February 22nd, 23rd. Our boys showcase will be on March 1st. You can register at teampahoops.com.
What tournaments will you guys be attending? Shed some light on it. Tell the people about that.
Our boys showcase will be doing the Pitt Jam Fest, Atlantic City Live, the Gym Rat, and the girls will be going to the Boo Williams tournament this year, Run for Roses in Louisville, and then USJN Nationals.
So if it's anybody interested, let them know, it's tons of different, programs. And what are some of the benefits of, if a parent got their child involved with Team Pennsylvania AAU? What are some of the benefits of the program?
We have no team parents or parents coaching on any of our showcase teams. We have a recruiting process there. We give free recruiting help. We have Huddle for all of our showcase teams, which allows them to enhance that recruiting prospect there for them.
Well, I'm looking forward to the tryout because I'll definitely be there to hold it down. And, it's going to be amazing, man. So, congrats to you guys. I, pray for a great, successful, turnout for the tryouts and, see the people there.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Big Star.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stellar Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over 25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report, our members' first halftime highlights, and our Capital Region Insurance Agency halftime stats. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me is Todd McCall and Jeff Thompson. This is the girls' Mid-Penn Championship game, and it's 24-22 at the half. The defending champs, Trinity, leading Central Dauphin. And Todd, when you look at this first half, how do you sum it up from your vantage point?
Well, at one point I thought that Trinity's going to have to find a way to actually mix the physicality with CD, and then they did find that way. I thought the advantage early was because CD got physical, and then Trinity really started getting great looks for Trumpy inside, and I think that's their recipe for victory tonight if they keep that up.
Jeff, one of the things I thought Trinity did too, they said, we're going to make this a transition game. We're going to run faster than your bigs down the court. We always say if your big people can run fast, the other big people, you're going to win some games. So far, Trumpy getting down there quicker than her opponent.
Well, and that's created some offensive opportunities for her. One thing I'd really like to look at, in the second quarter, Carolyn Shirey got her second foul, and that was offset somewhat by Jocelyn Dorsey. We haven't talked a lot about Jocelyn, but as I watch her out there, she is one tough cookie.
Yeah.
She's the leading rebounder for Trinity, and they cannot afford to have her on the bench any more than Carolyn Shirey can be afforded to be on the bench for Central Dauphin.
And of course, when Shirey went out, they went to work on Trump. It was like throwing meat to a lion. They set up, or lioness in this case, set up down there. Let's take a look at our members' first halftime highlights here. And we got a bunch of it. It's a well-played first half. Guys, take us through it.
And I think from the opening, like with Trumpy hitting a big three early on, and that's what Ava Stevenson does, getting to the basket. But this young lady tonight, Audrey Weigel, has kept things going, and then you get Green, a sophomore, stepping up here.
Off the bench. And then there you see again Audrey Weigel, who's got 10 points in the game. Back it goes to Trumpy. You can see the big gal not in there, and Trumpy has the advantage. And then that great back door you were talking about, Todd.
That was just a fundamental back door, and that's what Coach G's team will do to you.
Our Capital Region Insurance Agency halftime stats. Guys, let's take a look at it. What jumps out at you? What jumps out at me right away are the threes. 1 out of 10. Maddie LaFrance not having very much luck so far.
Well, and you got to credit Ava Stevenson. The one that she did make, they were playing a box and one, and she got screened, and so Maddie had an open look. The rest of the time, she's been suffocated.
And when Stevenson steps out of there, Sager's been picking up 4. Todd?
I just want to say there's too many turnovers on the Trinity side with 9, but 50% from the foul line off both teams. You can't win championship games unless you can hit it from the charity stripe, guys.
9 turnovers for Trinity, 3 for Central Dauphin. So how's Trinity leading? Well, take a look. 14-7 in the rebounding department, and they're getting the foul line more. They're attacking the rim better. 5 out of 10 they've gotten there. 2 of 4 for Central Dauphin. So that's where we stand right now at the half. We're going to get ready for the third quarter here in a moment. But first, we want to go to Charlie Fortney here in just a moment. He'll have a very special interview. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Players from all over South Central Pennsylvania and beyond are trying out for Team PA AAU. Go to www.teampahoops.com to see all the players who have received college placements. Also sign up for spring AAU tryouts. Your player will play in top events in their age group and be placed at the appropriate competition level. Team PA is the place to be if you want to play college basketball or make improvements in your game. To sign up for Team PA, visit www.teampahoops.com. Advanced Hoops is offering spring training classes starting the weekend of April 4th and 5th. Classes offered for 5th through 8th graders include shooting with Charlie, post training with Duke, point training with Gerald, crossover intensity with Archie, and 5-versus-5 game competition training. Advanced Hoop also offers junior ballers classes for 5 to 10 years old. To learn more or register your player today, visit www.advancedhoops.com. Welcome back to Milton Hershey. We're at halftime. And right now, let's get over to Charlie Fortney. He's got a very special interview.
It says a text or call could wreck it all. It's a partnership between Capital Region Insurance Agency, AT&T. I'm here with Dan Langland, Public Affairs for AT&T. Dan, talk about the importance of educating your customers on distracted driving at AT&T.
Sure, Charlie. Thanks for this opportunity. You know, we've been working for about the last decade to try to remind drivers of all ages to keep their eyes on the road, not on their phone. We launched a campaign called It Can't Wait, and it's to really remind drivers of all ages that no text, no snap, no checking your social media, no scroll is worth a life, and that it can wait.
The student sections have been educated all winter. We've been sending people to the It Can't Wait website. It's just great because it ties into what we're doing at High School Sports Live to educate student athletes, give them exposure, but also give them education. So we love the partnership. Talk about an interesting campaign that you're running on cyberbullying. People out there need to hear about cyberbullying.
Yeah, that's a pervasive problem, and it's really affecting people of all ages. We started an effort called Digital U a number of years ago, and it's designed to help people use all their devices safely and responsibly. So if you go to digitalu.att.com, you'll be able to get resources on how to, again, use your device safely and responsibly to prevent cyberbullying and to intervene when necessary.
Dan, you're a Central Dauphin citizen. Who's going to win this game?
This is a great game. I lean towards Central Dauphin. I'm excited for every student athlete out here tonight.
All right, let's get ready for the second half, guys.
And again, one of the things that's been impressive all year long, Todd, on that Don't Text, is how the kids have listened to you. You've been up there in the audiences throughout the year. Those kids are really locked in with you.
Yeah, you know what, and I appreciate you saying that. It's important to me having kids in the teenage age. I mean, my oldest now 21, but no, it's important. It's important at all ages. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, for everybody. But you know, kids have grown up with that. You and I started out without it, and that's what they know. And so it's important to maybe be able to sculpt that, and that's every bit a part of the educational process.
Exactly.
Well, we're ready to start the third quarter here, and we're going to get it underway as Trinity leads 24-22. And they have the ball and the lead as we get ready to start this third quarter. The Mid-Penn Championship game here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Both teams, Gary, going back with the same starters that kind of came in, and that's what I thought. Seeing the bigs back on the floor together, I'm ready for the second half.
Let's look for any changes here in the second half. Kind of a little double screen, elbow and elbow screen. Then the pull-up right along the baseline will not go off the hands of Fedorov. Fedorov started the game hot with 2 threes and hasn't seen one since.
And it came off of great penetration on Moore, and I haven't seen them go to Fedorov as much there. She kind of took one there, a little bit of a force there in that possession.
There you see Christy Britton prowling the sidelines for Trinity. Done a great job there with the Shamrocks. Oh, he got a push by Moore. Wow. They didn't get her. After she lost the ball, she pushed off and could have been called for the foul. I don't know if we get a chance to see that again, but it was clearly a push. Wow. Oh, and then thrown in bounds by Stevenson and taken away quickly by Izzy Vogel.
Vogel does a lot of little things, notice tonight. This plays defense hard.
Caroline Shira, the 2 fouls back into the game. There's your baseline look. Not going to go. Pulled down by Stevenson. Quickly down the floor is Dorsey. Fedorov with the basketball. Nice pass by Stevenson. Easy bucket off the hands of Dorsey. Stevenson set that up, made it an easy 2.
Yeah, Stevenson set it up. Dorsey just said thank you very much, and nice little rotation.
A nice little high-low. Inside to Shirey, double teamed there. Back out it comes. Dickerson thought about it, takes it back, being covered like a blanket by Moore. Look at this. Watch the 5-second call. Good screen by Shirey.
Shirey's got to be careful not to move, though, on those screens.
You have to have that space behind, one space. Here's Dickerson trying to find something. Nothing available down the lane. What Trinity has done is they have turned this team into a outside shooting team, and I'm not sure Central Dauphin can beat them from the outside right now.
That's not their game. They get good looks inside with high lows, back doors, and right now they're settling for too far away from the basket. Benefit Trinity.
Shirey with the sophomore with a rebound.
Yeah.
What a sophomore matchup tonight with Shirey and Trumpy.
Oh, man, what a future to watch these two play each other.
And Shirey's just going to get quicker. Keep running that little backscreen. They're trying to get her along the baseline. A 3-second call against Izzy Vogel. They're running a little back screen for Shirey every single time and giving her a chance to get down in there. Problem is, they're veering her out, and she's got to take a dribble to do something. You don't want the big to have to take a dribble at all. Just lay it in.
Right. And I just don't know if she's comfortable with that.
Again, she's a sophomore. You can watch her a little careful around trying to get her position there. That'll come as more experience passes. Both defenses playing well.
All right. I was just going to say that.
Oh, and there's a putback. Trumpy gets the rebound again. She'll be fouled. We'll head back to the line. And the foul is going to be the 3rd against Weigel. That's a big one. Trumpy at 77%. Makes it again. She's now got 12 points. We had her down for 3 in the first. That was actually a 2. So out goes Weigel. Back in comes Amelia Green.
Yeah,
sophomore for a senior.
Yep. Trumpy's starting to settle down at the foul line here a little bit too, which is important for Trinity.
Trumpy this time, nobody home. It'll happen. Of course, problem is you get the ire of the crowd when that happens, right?
When you don't hit a rim, you're going to hear
the air ball.
You were looking at this possession coming up right here, Gary. I just feel like the continuity for Central Dauphin right now is just not there from the start to the end of the second half. They're just not getting stuff in their set right now.
Well, and the reason is Trinity has just taken away the middle. Look at that. There's nowhere to go. You see green everywhere. Not white and green, but just green. They're trying to screen on the top to open something up. That was a making call.
Yeah. I have to agree with you. I was trying to spin something positively there. And you know what, Gary? I'm just going to leave it at what it was.
I went politically incorrect.
No. We're just calling the game of basketball as we see it. Look, it's rough.
Yeah. People get knocked down. Trumpet gets taken down the backcourt, and is it going to be on Shirey? It is. It's her third foul. So Shirey and Weigel both carrying 3 fouls at the moment.
And you know what I like about Shirey? She just went down the court and kind of asked the referee, like, give me some clarification.
And there's what we saw a moment ago. Now Moore pushing. And she gets the foul.
Is that 3?
On Moore?
I'm not sure, but
that'll be her second.
Second, okay. I was going to say, if that's 3 on her, that's costly to Trinity without their floor general on the floor.
So the last 3 possessions we've had have all been fouls. Let's see if somebody can complete one.
Which again also takes Central Dauphin out of their continuity on their offense. It's hecky and herky-jerky kind of stuff right now.
Oh, another foul as Marley Dickerson, another sophomore, heads off to the basket. This is a sophomore fest here tonight in this championship game. Jeff Thompson.
It sure is. One thing that's interesting to me, I'm looking at the sidelines, and the Bishop McDevitt fans are already here, and they're rooting really hard for Central Dauphin, which is very interesting to me.
Well, there's no love lost between those Crusaders and Trinity Shamrocks. I mean, think about it. They lose kids to each school. What school are you going to go to? There's a lot of. Would you agree, Gary? There's no love lost.
Dickerson, a 58% free throw shooter, cashes in 2 of them here, and she's 75 tonight. She's got 5 points in the game. CD's first points in 4 minutes of this one. So it's been a cold start to the second half, but they're back to within 3.
Those were big free throws out of the sophomore.
How about this? Little takeaway, Izzy Vogel again with those quick hands, and Izzy Vogel making her presence known. She's got 6 points in the game. Timeout on the floor. 27-26. Trinity leads it. It's the Mid-Penn Championship game on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Welcome back to Milton Hershey, the Mid-Penn Championship game. Let's go to Jeff Thompson. Jeff?
Well, it certainly appears that Central Dauphin's right back in the game, and one of the reasons is Izzy Vogel. Now, I don't know if she runs track or plays volleyball, but her fast twitch muscles are out of this world. That was a great steal.
She's got some great hands. By the way, CD's only lead of the game was at 13-12 at the 1:55 mark of the first quarter. So they've been playing uphill the whole game, but they have a chance to get back on top here. And there you see a gentleman this evening. He says, hey, I'm sending the word out from the arena here tonight.
And Central Dauphin out of that timeout had to set Shirey down with 3 timeouts. And you remember, Jeff even mentioned it. You said it, Gary. The matchup, Trumpy takes advantage right away when she sees Shirey out of that game.
3 fouls on Shirey. And you're going to get a 5-second call here. Great defense by Central Dauphin out of the timeout. Now, I like what Christy Britton did. When Moore picked up the foul, Christy Britton yanked her immediately, got her out of there and said, okay, you got 2 fouls. You got to know where you're at in the game. So let's put you back in there now. And the junior coming back onto the floor. We got another timeout. We'll take one as well. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
The miking drill is a foundational drill that I teach all young players that sign up for my class. This drill teaches players to finish around the basket while using proper footwork. It's important for players to use the right hand on the right side and the left hand on the left side. I teach players to shuffle their feet and get low while exploding into the layup. Squaring feet and squaring shoulders is the key to consistency and timing around the basket. The miking drill is a foundational drill for every young player to learn in my class.
And we are back at Milton Hershey. Let's head to Jeff Thompson again. Jeff?
Well, that was 4.95 seconds of a 5-second count, and they called a timeout just at the time.
They beat that.
And they had nothing back to help. They got lucky. Central Dauphin got back in transition.
And Moore being double-teamed in the corner and will lose the ball out of bounds. So Trinity beat the face guard man-to-man that time, but then Moore gave it up on the double team.
Moore was frustrated there because she thought she was a foul, and I might agree with her on that for sure.
Here's your pull-up, not going to go, but on the spot, picking it up will be once again Audrey Vogel, who's now got 12 points in the game.
With an absolute beautiful reverse miking drill, very fundamental sound.
And that's the first lead for CD in a while, as Trinity has gone cold.
I mean, the momentum changes in this game, and I mean, wow, with championship caliber momentum changes, actually.
Well, the defense travels well, and they've taken over here, both defenses, but CD has climbed the mountain here. They've got 6 unanswered points so far. And Trinity continues to throw away opportunities. Nowhere to go here. .349. Inside it comes. Sophomore against sophomore. Wow. And how about that sophomore? Amelia Green showing you some caliber. She faced up and looked Trumpy right in the eyes.
You know what I say wow on that? Are you kidding me? A sophomore taking it to the bigger sophomore and doing it, stepping. First when she caught it, I thought, I don't know.
There's a push-off again by Moore. That's the second time I've seen her do it.
Right. You're right, Gary.
She got called earlier on the shove with the left hand. That time again pushing off. Got to watch that.
You know what? This is a great game. This is where it's fun to be calling things like this, Gary.
So here comes Shirey back into the game.
I think it's a good move, Gary, don't you? I mean, coming from this perspective, where you are in the game, 3:25.
Randy Gamberlungi senses some blood in the water right now. Back out it comes. Trumpy against Shirey. Stevenson trying to be a factor here. Stevenson throws it up. Again, it looked like it might have been some fouling there, but not being called.
And I think at this point, Trinity's just going to have to calm down and try to get through it, play through it. That's what Central Dauphin's doing. When it's a rough game, right, Gary? I mean, it's both ways. They're going to allow it to happen tonight.
I'll make an observation. It might not be the right one. You know, when you're in the bigger school division, you're used to more physical stuff.
Yeah.
And I think when you're in the smaller school division, maybe not as much. That's just one opinion, so I could be way off base with that, but it is something when you see it.
No, that's a great point, and that's a truthful point.
Trinity is 1 for 6 from 2-point field goals this quarter. And they're trying to find this time inside of Shirey, and Shirey can't hook up, but she'll be fouled. Foul should be marked up on Spila. If so, that'll be her first.
You got to give it to Shirey with the smile on her face. She's working so hard on the defense. She wanted to be rewarded here. Take a look at it.
Shirey says he wouldn't have tipped that. I had an easy layup and then fouled from behind by Spila. Here's Shirey. Good stroke from the big gal. Shirey with her first points of the night.
And it's hard to even say it's her first points of the night because all the little physical things I've seen her to do tonight doesn't show up in the scorebook.
Well, and think of all the attention she's attracted inside. Maddie LaFrance also having a tough time this evening. She had 1 3 to start the game, and she has been a non-factor so far. She's a 12.3-point-a-game scorer. Lead now the biggest of the night for Central Dauphin. 2:52 to go in the third quarter. Here comes Moore. Moore with a good pass, and then another miss.
Great rebound out of Cavoli.
Megan Cavoli, another sophomore. Here comes Cavoli. Looking to the base. Oh, good block by Trumpy. Amelia Green said, I got you last time. Trumpy said, I saw you this time.
This time, yeah.
Trinity trying to find some rhythm here in the third quarter. There's more. She's going to get called for a walk. Oh, a hold! It looked like she might have walked before she got fouled. Official said, nope, I got it. Fourth foul. That'll be the second against Cavoli. And Trinity keeps the ball. They are in desperate need of finding some offensive rhythm.
Right. They need a bucket right here. This is the lady you can go to, 25.
And she knows it.
Look at that pass.
What a great pass. And again, another miss inside. That one by Beckett, who's in the game, Elena Beckett. Another sophomore, by the way.
You know, Gary, I'm surprised more of the inbound looks don't go to 25. Like right there, like getting her touches every time.
Oh, too quick. Trying to come right back. They thought they had Trumpy coming right back toward Mister.
Man, I can't say enough about Green's play tonight as a sophomore. Slipping in there and getting a steal on defense.
By the way, it wouldn't be real hard to think that maybe we'd be watching this same game again this time next year.
Exactly.
All
just
these sophomores
right.
And, oh my goodness.
Rematch.
Dickerson to Green. They're looking inside. Now Shirey is on the bench for the moment. They got Adriana Streisik in there. Another running banker. That's Streisik?
That was Cavoli, actually, the sophomore.
Cavoli.
Comes in, goes to the basket, and scores. These sophomores giving great minutes for Central Dauphin.
A running bank shot. Here goes Moore. Oh, and a good job by Moore. A good spin dribble to get up there and gets the foul from Dickerson.
I tell you what, Moore has gone to the floor a lot, and they have been legit fouls. She's keeping her head very well. Just remember, in this game like this, physical, play within yourself.
Trinity has lost the momentum, and Central Dauphin has seized it with both hands. Jalen Moore, a 60% free throw shooter, has not been in the line yet tonight. Let's go to Jeff Thompson.
Well, Megan Cavoli with that beautiful runner. And I know both teams are wearing green, but it's been Amelia Green who's been the difference in these past few minutes.
So Amelia Green, who now goes out of the game and is replaced by Shirey. Shirey again with 3 fouls. So has Audrey Weigel got 3. Weigel not on the floor now either.
I didn't know if they could ride Shirey a little longer. They put her in with 1:19 to go with 3 fouls.
Looks like they're alternating Weigel and Shirey and making sure they don't have 2 threes on the floor at the same time.
That's a good point.
Moore makes both of them, pulls her team back within 5. 1:15 to go. Central Dauphin trying to build some more cement on that lead. And a timeout by Randy Gamberlunga will take one as well. 1:11 to go in the third quarter. Central Dauphin leads at 34-29. It's the Mid-Penn Championship game on High School Sports Live TV.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
When you look at Trinity, Trumpy has got 1 point this quarter. Ava Stevenson has 0. Todd McCall, and that is a problem because if they're not touching the ball, good things aren't happening for Trinity offensively.
I agree. I agree.
Let's get down to Jeff Thompson out of that timeout. Jeff?
Well, I noticed Ava Stevenson isn't in the game. She was a little frustrated on that last move. And Central Dauphin is just like their boys team. They have a lot of depth, and they're showing it up right now.
And they're playing through the physicality of the game, I think, too, Todd, and that's important.
They are. They're staying within themselves. Let's see what they get out of offense here. You don't want to turn over in this juncture, that's for sure.
No let up on the defense for Trinity. They've been tough there.
Oh, I agree. They've played really hard defensively. You've got to be very proud if you're a Trinity fan.
They're being outscored this quarter so far, 12-4. 12-5, rather. Trying to look at Shirey, being guarded there by Trumpy. Those two are going to have a lot of battles coming up before it's all said and done. Downtown it goes, nothing. Pulled down by Trinity. Grabbed by Dorsey. And taken by Federoff, who's also been quiet. Look at the trap in the corner on Federoff to make her give it up. Dorsey underneath. Trumpy, easy bucket. Nice job by Dorsey, finding Trumpy wide open.
I can honestly say that's just where your offense starts and goes. I mean, she has the ability to take the game over.
14 points now for Trumpy. The game is back to 3. Comes Trinity.
Look at this.
And Trinity ends the quarter with a mini run. 34-31. Central Dauphin leads it. We head to the 4th. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game, we will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider the consequences of take the call, risk it all. And we challenge students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as a part of the It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit www.itcanwait.com. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peytonwalker.org. Players from all over South Central Pennsylvania and beyond are trying out for Team PA AAU. Go to www.teampahoops.com to see all the players who have received college placements. Also sign up for spring AAU tryouts. Your player will play in top events in their age group and be placed at the appropriate competition level. Team PA is the place to be if you want to play college basketball or make improvements in your game. To sign up for Team PA, visit www.teampahoops.com. Advanced Hoops is offering spring training classes starting the weekend of April 4th and 5th. Classes offered for 5th through 8th graders include shooting with Charlie, post training with Duke, point training with Gerald, crossover intensity with Archie, and 5-versus-5 game competition training. Advanced Hoop also offers junior ballers classes for 5 to 10 years old. To learn more or register your player today, visit www.advancedhoops.com. Welcome back. We head to the 4th quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV. It's the Mid-Penn Championship. 34-31. Central Dauphin leads it. Jeff Thompson.
Well, Central Dauphin, the ante defensively in that 3rd quarter with the help of all Bishop McDevitt's. It looks like it's their whole enrollment over there cheering for them. But they're also showing off their depth. And Trinity's got to see what they have left in the tank. Ava got a good rest. Let's see what happens in the 4th.
Trinity with a little mini run at the end of the quarter. They were 2 for 10 in that 3rd quarter. There you almost had a walk by LaFrance. She's not been a factor so far. 1-3 in the game. Trinity continues to take down the middle. There's a 3 from the corner. That's not going to go. Izzy Vogel, who seems to be everywhere. And finally Moore pulls it down. Moore dribbles out of the pack. She's got numbers. Here it is, up to Stevenson. Stevenson gets it home. Great job by Moore of getting out, and Stevenson cashes in for his 7th point in the game. Back to a 1-point game again. Todd McCall.
And I think that was eventually that's what Trinity wanted to do all this game. Get up in transition, get opportunities for Stevenson and those guys in the open court. They're going to have to keep doing that.
Trinity is really packing that middle down. Baseline's the only thing that's open. Inside it comes to Shira. She's triple team. Green again. Green misses this one. No box out. Taken out of there by Cavoli.
How about Cavoli doing all the little things, getting a second chance for Central Dauphin here?
Oh, by the way, she's a sophomore.
It's unbelievable.
There's a block. Trumpy right there. Tough to get by her, as Izzy Vogel just found out.
Look at this. Down 1 with the ball. It's what you want for Trinity.
Got to get across the line. 10 seconds. There's Moore weaving her way through. Gets it off to Trumpy. See if Trumpy reestablishes inside. Moore's being guarded hard there. And Moore just out of control. Trying to create on the baseline, but Cavoli took it away for her.
I think she pressed herself a little bit in that possession. Did a nice job getting the ball up the floor, but
Chrissy Britton wanted a foul there. Wasn't going to get it. Cavoli was 1 step ahead of Moore every step of the way defensively.
Once you're in your half court, you can slow down a bit.
That is the 15th turnover of the game now for the Shamrocks. Big number. Izzy Vogel. And another block by Trumpy. Izzy Vogel keeps challenging Trumpy. Trumpy says, this is where I live right here.
You know what? Trumpy's going to win that 98% of the time. I mean, you guys got to know that.
Look at the back door. What a great back door. But then Vogel, you see Vogel says, but I can win the back door. How about that one? That's how I'll score. 8 points for Vogel.
Vogel's a smart player.
He's been huge. Look at Trumpy. Putting it on deck, double team. Back door. Stevenson on the deck. Central Dauphin comes out with it. Here's Green. Green going to try to go past Trumpy too. Double team. Vogel again. She's been hot. Bank shot for Vogel. She is coming up big tonight. 10 points in the game now for Izzy Vogel.
Vogel's my throwback 1980s player. She's that 88 player at 85. It's a little set shot.
Oh, there's a foul. As LaFrance is going to get her hand right on the arm of Trumpy.
You're right. How about the job, though, Trumpy getting the line? She's working for every shot because Shirey's making her work for everything tonight.
Second foul on LaFrance. Trumpy back at the line. Trumpy could not get much of a field goal. She has one this half. She's got 4 points in this half, 15 for the game.
15 points, and I tell you, I just, it would touch her hands every time if I'm the point guard. I'm the guard. I'm coming down. I'm finding 25 in the green jersey.
I think one of the things that she'll learn, somebody stepped in early there. See if the official gets it. Yeah.
It was.
Little early step in by Audrey Vogel.
Trumpy gets another chance at it. You got to make it count in a big game like this, 38-34.
One of the things I think you'll see from both these big girls, both Shirey and also Trumpy, they're going to learn how to get wider in the lane.
Right.
They're both tall sticks now.
Yes.
They'll get wider and use those big bodies to their advantage. And that cost Central Dauphin there as a second shot is up and good.
Violations the same as a turnover that resulted in a point.
16 points for Trumpy in the game. Back to a 3-point game. LaFrance has been covered like a blanket tonight. And you got to throw away to the backcourt. And it's going to be Trinity's basketball. Boy, the defense tonight is suffocating, Jeff Thompson.
It sure is, and we'll look at Maddie LaFrance, their leading scorer, with 3 points. And she had no one to throw to that time.
And that 3 points came early, and she's seen nothing since then other than having to set her feet very quickly. That's only the 7th turnover of the game now for Central Dauphin. So here's Stevenson now in the backcourt with the basketball. Look for her to try to create. How's that create? And back up it comes, not going to go. Rebound coming down. Shirey's got it. They're going to call a foul on Trumpy. Trumpy reached in, pulled her hands back out, but it was too late. That'll be her second foul.
Can you say enough about, I'm not, Shirey's hustle. Okay, it's not points in the book. Hustle points count as something, do they not, Gary? I mean, she just gets after it.
She plays with physical abandon.
Yeah.
There's Central Dauphin. Over the top, and Shirey up and in. Shirey did a good job of posting up. She has her first bucket of the game to go with 2 free throws, 4 points.
And I think Trumpy was expecting backside help, and it wasn't there. Great move.
Well, when you attack from the top of the floor, it's the best look of the house. You can get no help there. And a timeout by Christy Britton will take one as well. 4:20 to go in this Mid-Penn Championship. It's 40-35. Central Dauphin leads it on High School Sports Live TV.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
One of the key moves I teach young players is the drop step. It's important to establish position first with both feet in the neutral position. Align players to choose either pivot foot, depending on the defense's position. Once you secure the ball, using a power dribble, drop step toward the basket with 2 hands to seal the defender. This will help a young player finish with great balance. The drop step is just one move a young player will learn in my post class.
And you're looking in the Central Dauphin huddle. They are up by 5 points. A little over 4 minutes to go. Last shot was the first 3-point field goal attempt of the second half by Trinity. So they've not seen anything really wide open. Jeff Thompson, you're down on the baseline. What do you got going on?
Well, I think Central Dauphin is very physical and very athletic and a little deeper, and I think their depth is showing right now. It remains to be seen whether Trinity can respond to that in this last 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
And here we go. We're coming down the wire. We got another one tonight, the boys' championship after this. Another Central Dauphin team up against Bishop McDevitt. You know, the nice thing is when you get, I think, the 2 best teams in the league together, I think we got on the girls, we got on the boys.
Right. It's fun to watch.
Well, look at the motion here by Trinity. They're starting to put a little extra motion to it. And there's your drive. Not going to go. Over the back. No foul called. Central Dauphin picks it off. And calm down, says Maddie LaFrance. We got the lead.
That was very smart out of LaFrance, just saying, hey, let's just run our stuff.
You don't have to be in any hurry now.
No, you got a 5-point lead.
There's Izzy Vogel. Back inside it goes, and in and out from Audrey Weigel. That would have been a big bucket.
I was going to say, it might have been a backbreaker right there.
Foul against Trinity is on Dorsey. That's her 3rd. At the line is Audrey Vogel. She's 1 of 2 there tonight, 50% on the season for the free throw line. She had a big first half. That's only her 3rd point in the second half. She's got 13. And the second one also up and good from Weigel. Weigel down with 14 points in the game, 3:40 to go, 7-point lead. CD for the game for the free throw line, by the way, 8 out of 10. And making it count. Here's Dickerson. Moore is going to foul her. Could not give up the easy layup there.
That's probably a good foul in this situation, even though that she pick up her 3rd there, or 4th.
Yeah, you can't let the free layup go there. Jeff Thompson.
Right, and Marley Dickerson is very quick, and she did stop too. We'll see if she can make her free throw.
Dickerson, 58% free throw shooter. That was her 2nd miss of the night. She's 3 out of 5 so far. Randy Gamberlungi can sniff it over there right now. You can see it. Second one up. That's no good. And then up and in off the hands of the ever-present Audrey Weigel. 16 points now for Weigel in the game, and a foul on the other end.
I put my head down just for a split second and missed that, and I thought it was Sherry that came in there and got it. But you said it, Weigel, and man, just hustle. It's just one of those things where you got the advantage to box out. You have to box out, right? And you don't.
Dickerson picks up the foul. It's her 2nd at the line is Moore. And it's going to be a miss. Ball bounces around, taken back out by Trinity. Or make that Central Dauphin, excuse me. Jalen Moore, her 1st miss of the night. Largest lead of the game now for Central Dauphin.
Central Dauphin feels it right now. They just know they got to stay within themselves in their offense, stay patient.
You know, I always say that it's a coach's game inside the 4-minute mark. And here's where you have different kinds of time and score situations. This is where you find out if you could subtly massage the lead and at the same time not stop playing.
Right. If you're Central Dauphin, you're up 9. You want layups. You want stuff in rhythm out of your offense. If you're Trinity, I think keep pushing the ball. Keep trying to get 5 foot away and make sure that the offense goes through 25, Trumpy.
And for the Rams, the best defense they have right now is handling the basketball. But they can also take it away. Got 2-on-1 break here. There's Izzy Vogel has it taken away from behind. Good defensive transition by Katie Sager.
And Vogel's not just taking the ball away from just an average player. She's taking the ball away from one of the best young ladies we have in the mid-state.
We got a timeout on the floor. Central Dauphin, 9-point lead. 2:53 to go in this one. It's the Mid-Penn Championship game on High School Sports Live TV.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
3. I think Shirey's playing very well right now, but they're all doing it.
Welcome back. This is High School Sports Live TV. We're in the Mid-Penn Championship game. 44-35. Randy Gamberlungi gets a timeout there. And CD's on the midst of a 10-2 run right now over the last 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And don't forget we have our Giant postgame show coming up in between championship games. Our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game and our Commonwealth Charter Academy Play of the Game will be in vogue. Central Dauphin with the ball. And you've got to think right here, don't you, Todd, that you're really just trying to handle the basketball, not trying to score unless you got a wide open layup.
Right. You want 5 foot away if you're Central Dauphin.
So here we go. First, you got to get the ball in bounds. And that could be a tough thing. Look at Stevenson taking it away. Stevenson's going to go up. Stevenson's going to get fouled, and she will not score, but she's going to go to the line for 2. So Stevenson says, we got something to say about this yet, and Randy Gamberlungi puts his hands over his ears. Nothing worse than coming out of a timeout and having your play blown up on you.
You get very frustrated, and they forced it to try to get in there. I like what Ava did when she went to the line. She knew she was going to draw the foul and just tried to get the ball up off the square to get the end one.
First one up and good. That's only her 3rd point in the second half. She has 8 on the night. There's Christy Britton trying to figure out a way to carve into this 8-point lead. Stevenson, second one, also up and good. And now you're going to see the full court press, I would think.
At least token pressure.
I'll put the heat right now, LaFrance and Stevenson.
That's great defense with Stevenson. Enough ball pressure to make it difficult to bring it up.
Oh, and they're looking for a backdoor. Didn't happen again. Another turnover for Central Dauphin. And down it goes. And Trumpy in for 2, running the court. And it's not done yet. 4 in a row now. They've cut it to 5. Has Trinity, the defending champions. Moore. And Moore. She loses it. Moore forced the turnover. Dickerson, third straight turnover down out of the timeout.
Man, I don't know if I would probably use it again. I don't know. I mean, you've got to get a stop right here. You can't force something in your offense just because you run a back door. Trinity knows it's coming now.
They had 2 back doors. They thought that Trinity would be overplaying, but the back doors did not materialize, and now Trinity throws it away. Here comes Dickerson. She'll attack. And then a foul by Moore, and in by Dickerson.
What a play on the sophomore. That's a sophomore right there, everybody.
Wow. 7th point of the night by Marley Dickerson. Take a look at this play. This might be the play of the night. Fouled by Moore, just kept her eyes up, threw it up there. And Dickerson, now with 8 points on the night, call it 9. Marley Dickerson with a big one here. Remember, Hallie Lackner out of there with an ankle injury, so she hasn't played. Normal starter. And there's Stevenson. Stevenson says, I'm going to force you to play defense of me, and gets the foul called against Izzy Vogel.
That's the thing Stevenson can do. Just she can get up and transition a lot and make things happen and get to the line.
Izzy Vogel with a 3rd foul, team 9th. And this is exactly what you want if you're Trinity. Score with the clock and stop, but not that.
Don't you just love playoff basketball? I mean,
second season. Jeff Thompson, playoff basketball, it's a special time of the year.
It is a special time, and Marley Dickerson just said you're giving a player the game, and she's auditioning right now for it.
So shot is up and in by Stevenson. Thrown away out of bounds again. It's a rocky ending here for Central Dauphin. They're trying to hang on. 7-point lead, 1:59 to go. It's an eternity.
It's not over. I mean, you've got to be secure with the ball. And Coach G is going to tell his gang that if they come out of here and escape with this victory, they're going to say, guys, it's playoff basketball. Hold on to the ball.
Gamberlungi just aged 10 years in the last minute. Moore. Trumpy's going to go to the basket. Passes underneath. Moore following. Moore up. Great movement without the basketball by Jalen Moore, and a better pass by Trumpy. Another steal. Oh, a missed score there, but it's tipped out of bounds, I think, off Central Dauphin.
It'll be Trinity ball. It was off Central Dauphin.
9th turnover against Central Dauphin here in the second half. Trinity's got the ball. They've cut it now to 5 points.
I don't know. Maybe get your team a timeout. Well, he's going to.
Randy Gamberlungi is wondering what happened to my team since that last timeout. We'll take one as well. 1:39 to go, a 5-point lead. Trinity's coming on hard on the Mid-Penn Championship game on High School Sports Live TV.
Mom, can we have burgers?
Sure. Can we have fries? Yep.
Can we have milkshakes?
You got it.
Can we get a motorcycle?
Nutritious twists they'll actually like at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Nature's Promise packaged meat or seafood products, 25% off.
Little nail biting going on now. What looked like a pretty safe 9-point lead kind of withered away here for Randy Gamberlungi and the Central Dauphin Rams. And we've got still plenty of time to go in this one. And Trinity has the basketball. They're down 5. Jeff Thompson.
Well, Trinity has a lot of pride, and it's all exuding right now because they're coming back. They're charging hard.
Championship teams playing championship games, Todd McCall, and so there's going to be no letdown. You're going to be coming back. District 3 championships can wait. We got a big one on the line right here.
It's a big one right here. And if Trinity scores, they'll put that full court press on, and CD, hopefully in their timeout, talked about it.
Well, you can see what's happening right now. Stevenson says, give me the ball. I'm going to create, and I'm going to make them foul me. And that's exactly what's going on. Central Dauphin's in that no girls land of not wanting to foul but having to play good defense. And
right.
Stevenson knows it.
Right, and it's putting them back on their heels a little bit, and now the aggressor is Trinity.
Stevenson has 10 points in the game and misses again off the iron. So Stevenson, who's normally very, very good from there, well, 68%, not bad. Now Shire's out. You put a ball handler in with Green. So you're putting all ball handlers on the floor for Central Dauphin. And another miss from Stevenson.
Wow, big ones.
She's missed 3 of her last 4. Second half, 8 for 14 from the free throw line for Trinity. The heat is on. You might have had a foul there after the steal. Green's on the floor. Jump ball. Trinity is not going to control it here. It will go to Central Dauphin. Well, that ball seems like it's hot here at the moment. No one wants to hang on to it very long, Jeff.
Well, Amelia Green is up to the moment. She seems to be immune to pressure right now.
The sophomore is, I'd agree. But you know, Gary, you brought up a point. It's like no one really wants to touch it. You can sense that, and Trinity senses that. A little bit of fear there.
And what you have to do here is to find the one who does want to touch it.
That's right.
Ava Stevenson is one of those, but she's been rocky from the free throw line down the stretch.
I think LaFrance is good to have in their hands.
There you go. You got the 2 best guards out there. Now you got Vogel. You got to put pressure on you. You either got a foul right now.
It's going to be 5. It's going to be 5 if you don't get out of here.
You're down 2 possessions, and there's the foul. And the foul will go against Sager. That'll be her 3rd.
I know Katie Sager was kind of like, there's been tougher fouls tonight.
So maybe the foul out there in the middle of the floor was a better foul than that one where she was double teaming. Here's Dickerson back at the line. 58%. 5 of 6 there tonight. Make that 4 of 6 rather. And Dickerson big. Man, Dickerson has played big the second half.
She really has. I mean, her second half effort here. Whew. A sophomore effort that's more like a senior effort tonight out of Dickerson.
8 points, make that 10 points of the game from Dickerson. Make it 11. She's come up big. I think Dickerson and Vogel have just been outstanding for this club. There's more. Has it taken away by Dickerson. No call. Backcourt, double team. You need to foul right away. You got a 3-possession lead by Central Dauphin. You could not afford not to foul if you don't get the steal. Timeout on the floor. 49-42. 48.5 seconds to go in this one. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
I'll go with Marley if you guys.
Welcome back. It's High School Sports Live TV as we come down the stretch. And there's Dickerson with the basketball. She's played an outstanding second half. So Dickerson is going to go back to the line.
I think her effort, to think she's a sophomore, she is playing under. She's the one girl right now that when you put the ball in her hands, she's confident to beat people off the dribble.
And she's scoring down the stretch in pressure situations. She's now got 12 points.
I mean, how about it, Gary? I'll take 1,000 of her, wouldn't you, on your team?
Well, she'll be back for a couple more years after this one. Still has a lot of basketball to play this season. So Dickerson now with 12 points and looking for 13. She has definitely had the hot hand here in the second half. Could well make a case for a Hoffman Ford player of the game. Largest lead for CD this half. They are up by, ties the largest lead, up by 9 points. So Stevenson heading back to the line. And if you're Randy Gamberlunga right now, you want anything but a foul. Because every time you foul, you get a chance to score with the clock stopped. Stevenson makes the first, or misses the first. She gets the second one. And she is really going cold for the line. She's missed the last 4.
It's that 4, Gary. I mean, 4 shots down the stretch in a big game. If you're Ava, you know that's going to be frustrating. But here's the great thing about this is they have a lot of season to play. Trinity has a whole playoff run, probably a district playoff. Tonight, hottest team out there with 13 straight wins. They're hard to beat right now, Gary. CD is.
They really are, and so here is LaFrance, who's not seen a lot of shots tonight without a hand in their face. Sees one here without a hand in their face because it's a free throw.
Right. Only 4 points tonight, but hey, does it matter when you have sophomores stepping up?
Yep. So second shot is up. That's also good. 5 points in the game. And this one going home to Central Dauphin as they get ready for the District 3 playoffs as well. Both teams heading into the playoffs next, so this is not their last game. LaFrance and the foul, somewhat academic at this point from Trumpy. This will make 16 and 5 now for Trinity, and for Central Dauphin, outside of the one loss this season to Cumberland Valley, they'll be 23-1 as they head toward a Mid-Penn championship. And LaFrance bringing it home, stepping in and making it count. She's 3 out of 3 in the second half, 6 points in the game. And the second one up and good from LaFrance. 15 of 18, making 16 of 19 now from the free throw line for Central Dauphin. Here's Stevenson trying to get one last score, up and under. And here's Dickerson coming out of there. Throws it ahead. LaFrance is going to pull it out wisely. 5 seconds to go in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, your Mid-Penn champions, Central Dauphin Rams, with a 55-42 win here tonight at Milton Hershey. The championship goes back home to Central Dauphin. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with our Giant postgame show featuring our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game and our Commonwealth Academy Play of the Game, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Welcome back to our Giant postgame show here at Milton Hershey, your Mid-Penn champions for 2019-20 Central Dauphin Rams. And Randy Gambrelungi's team comes in here tonight and he reestablishes themselves here in the second half. Welcome back. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me is Todd McCall and Jeff Thompson. 55-42 your final score here. And let's take a look first of all at our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game here this evening, as Chad Edwards and the Invicta crew putting that one together for us, and here it is.
You look right here, and it comes off of a steal, and then looking up the court, and look at how many passes. I count 4 to 5 passes catching Trumpy in the lane.
There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. and in for the layup, but the ball never touched the floor.
Never touched the floor.
Wonderful job of getting Trumpy running the court, and she had a fine game here tonight, but not good enough as the defending champions go down to the new champions here this evening. Now, we had a lot of people out there tonight, as Jeff was saying, who auditioned for the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game. Before we get to that, I just want to get final thoughts on this one. First of all, from you, Todd.
I think down the stretch, I think Stevenson found her groove a little too late. I think if she did some of that early, it might have helped Trinity. I thought Trumpy needed to touch the ball more, but Central Dauphin did all the little things. And you know what it was? Sophomore step up tonight. That's what it was. 10th graders stepping up.
I thought the defense of Central Dauphin in the second half and their ability to play without their bigs in the game. They had Weigel out of there part of the time. They had Shirey out of there part of the time, and they still managed to find other people. And then Marley Dickerson really kind of took over the game there in the late third and early fourth quarter and brought it home.
Well, the defensive pressure from Central Dauphin was relentless, and I think it wore down Trinity. One example of that is Ava Stevenson missing 4 foul shots. She was tired, and late in the game, she wasn't even moving very well for the ball. Central Dauphin was too deep and too relentless on defense, as you said, Gary, and that was the final straw.
And you made a great point there, Jeff, because the defense, you won't oftentimes see it right away, but it'll wear out in the fourth quarter when you've really been worked hard all night long. Well, we take a look now at our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game, and she was wearing white and green tonight, and she is a sophomore, but she played like a big-time senior. She is Marley Dickerson, and here she was, a shot of the night.
I think that shot right there, just look at this. Foul, pushed out of bounds, ball goes in, count it. She had 13 points, but she filled in for Hailey Lackner tonight and last night, and now her game is like really blossoming in the championship level.
Isn't that amazing? She took a John Havlicek role and turned into an MVP.
Unbelievable.
Well, a great game here this evening, and Trinity certainly defending their crown hard, not able to take it back home again tonight, but a wonderful game by both teams tonight. Central Dauphin 55-42. They will head off into districts now, and so will Trinity. And we wish both of them the very best of luck out of the Mid-Penn. I'd like to thank a whole lot of people tonight. Chad Edwards and our whole Invicta crew. Brandy Trossel, John Polly, who put a lot together. Of course, Charlie Fortney, the founder of the Feast. Jim Gallagher, our stats guy here tonight. Todd McCall and Jeff Thompson. I'm Gary Sutton. The first one's in the books. The girls' Mid-Penn champions are Central Dauphin. The Rams going back home with the gold. We're getting ready for the second one coming up after this. Central Dauphin and Bishop McDevitt boys for the boys Mid-Penn Championship, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
So go to PAB Ball. Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Archie Smith, our speed and agility expert.
The